Welcome back. In this episode, we're analyzing what we have achieved so far in these trainings, which I started by myself, training with my Honda Transalp off-road. So it's time for a little bit of analysis to see from where we start and where we are right now in this moment after these trainings. I have to say I gather some confidence, and I have the feeling that I'm able to do things which before they were quite challenging for me, or I can do now some things which before I didn't even thought that I can do it. For example, the hill climb, or getting with my bike on the mud, or trying to slalom very slowly through the trees in an unexpected environment. Of course, I've dedicated some time since the first episode by trying to learn by myself. It's not properly said by myself because I watch other professionals, other YouTube channels, and I try to get my inspiration from them. I will place a link in the description with some of the channels which I've been watched in order to structure a little bit these trainings, because of course I needed to take it step by step. And when I mean step by step, starting with the lowest difficulty and try to increase the difficulty as soon as I got confidence, as soon as I somehow manage one skill or another. I'm really glad that somehow I'm able to control the bike at very low speeds, uphill, downhill. I've managed to somehow gain a lot of confidence when riding uphill, downhill. Okay, let's face it, it was on a dry surface. It was on a easy surface. It was not on the mud, on gravel. This will be the next level, but on a normal road, on a normal uphill with grass, with the soil, I was somehow able to control the bike. Another thing which I've discovered is by making off-road with this middleweight adventure bikes, it's very exhausting. It takes a lot of energy, and you need to be rested. You need to have all your power with you, because you need it. You don't need it maybe at the beginning, but you need it as soon as the time passes. For example, today I've spent about 7 hours trying to develop these skills, trying to train myself, and after 5 hours uncontinuously, I started to feel the stamina dropping. I start to feel that the body reacts to this effort, because it's a big effort. The bike has over 210 kilos. I usually ride it with the petrol tank almost empty on these off-roads. When I first started this this off-road trainings episode, my purpose was first to develop my riding skills, because I've invested in the bike, and it's time to invest in my proper skills, developing my proper off-road skills. And another purpose was to share my experience from the perspective of a casual rider, because the persons which you see online, or most of the persons which you see online, they're professionals, no doubt about that, and I learn and I try to inspire myself from those persons. But I never saw someone at my level starting from zero to learn riding off-road, and I thought, why not? I could share my experience, I could share my let's say my lessons. I can share my progress of off-road riding from my perspective as a casual rider, as a person who is not a professional rider, as a person who just make trips and wants to make those trips much more safer, or not safer, well prepared. This is the word, to be much better prepared, or well prepared for the off-road riding. Because let's face it, most of the modern bikes, they are very, very good on-road. No doubt about that. They're very good on-road, a lot of electronics, traction control, ABS is working properly. Some of them, they have cruise control, adaptive cruise control. But when it comes to the off-road, I think yeah, each bike has its own particularities, has its own personality, and I would like to see the personality of my bike, of my Honda Transalp 750. And so far we are somehow connecting, so to speak. I'm connecting with this bike more and more by making this off-road trainings. I'm glad that I've started. You know, your comments really help me creating these episodes, and I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to implement your comment and your feedback. I'm open to implement it in these trainings. Everybody has its own rhythm of developing those off-road skills. Maybe I'm slower, maybe you're faster. The learning process takes differently accordingly to every biker, accordingly to each person. So I will do it my pace, at my speed, and maybe you can make an idea of how much do you need actually to invest, how much time do you need to invest in these trainings in order to reach a certain level or to reach a certain progress. This progress will help you in your trips. I don't want, don't get me wrong, I don't want to become a professional off-road rider. It's far from me this thought, or I don't want to become a motocross champion. My purpose is to make my trips more manageable, or somehow be in control much better with my bike, control my riding in a different environment, and I would like to be able to access certain environments. For example, I want to climb maybe a hill. I want to be able to admire the landscape from the top of the hill. So this is the main purpose. The purpose will be connected with my trips. What I'm learning here, I'm gonna put in practice during my trips, during my rides, and consider that now I'm actually learning without the luggage. When when I will be on my trips, I'm gonna have a full tank. I'm gonna have luggage, full luggage, maybe, who knows, 20 kilos, 15 kilos, 10 kilos, who knows. So I first need to start from scratch, so to speak, and then develop and try to add more difficulty to my episodes and to my training. What actually have I done so far? First of all, the first episode was just to share my my idea of training off-road. Then also starting from the first episode, I get to know the bike, I get to get in charge of the bike, try to handle the bike at very low speeds. In the second episode, I was just I don't know what was in my mind, participated to the Adventure Riders Challenge. This is the t-shirt. But it was a very good experience. There I can actually was able to see my level, my skill level, straight to a friendly competition, straight to the organized environment, and it was really a great challenge and a very positive thing that I'm really glad that I did it. Although it was over my skills, the track was much more over my skills, it was really a good decision to participate. After that, in the next episodes, we learn how to hill climb, how to turn in the hill, how to turn in the uphill. We've tested how to lift the bike, we've tested how to turn uphill, how to turn downhill, how to use the bike at very low speeds, downhill, uphill, on different road surfaces. Try to brake with the rear and crashed my bike on the right side. So we learned everything, starting with the obstacle avoidance, starting by riding with a hand, riding with one foot. So I think we just did something in quite a short amount of time. So don't think I've spent thousands of hours, but indeed I just spend these hours. I don't know how many hours. For example, today at my training, I stayed on the bike at least 3, 4, maybe 5 hours. I didn't count, but I'm here since the morning, since the sun rised. And now we are about at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So about 7 hours in total I've spent thinking what to practice, thinking what I need for my skills, and try to steal from the professionals, try to inspire myself from the professional, but the most important, test it on myself and test it on my skills and share it with you. I had also a crash. This it's inevitable in this environment. That's why I created this somehow safe environment, because if I eventually gonna crash or wanna lean my bike too much on the one side, then it would have been good to learn this or to see my mistake better in this controlled environment, in maybe in a soft grass, in a soft soil. I crashed with the bike on the right side in the episode with the rear brake steering, rear brake turning. Maybe you wanna recheck it. Here is the episode where I eventually crashed on the right side. No major damages. It was a low speed, but I made a mistake, of course, as a beginner, as a student of my own training. I was making a mistake. Mistake will happen. The bike will crash, will fall on the left and right side. But what is important, it's safety. So I wanna make these trainings somehow in a safe environment for me. I look forward for now on to continue. This is we're gonna make this kind of interludes. We're gonna make this type of reflection videos where we reflect to what we've learned so far, what I've learned so far, and I share it with you. We're gonna reflect to everything what we did so far. We see the progress, we see where we are, and we see what are the next steps in order to proceed with this type of training. I look forward. I try to make an organized episodes. I will try to organize this training and episodes accordingly to the progress. I don't want to skip some steps, because this will not be good for me, and also maybe the message will not be very clearly understood. Another thing which I will do at the end of each riding session, or at the end of 1 week, at the end of 1 month, at the end of 2 weeks, I'm gonna give myself a prize. This prize, it's one trip, free play, so to speak, a free play ride where we exercise, where I exercise everything which I learned and try to enjoy the off-road, try to enjoy the nature. Now it's spring. It's one of the most beautiful times of the year, and I think we can take advantage of this beautiful weather and try to discover some new trails. So at the end of each session, at the end of 1 week of hard training, the prize, it's a trail ride, off-road trail ride, or let's say a short trip where I put in the value everything which I learned during the week. Subscribing to this channel helps me quite a lot, making a sustainable living out of YouTube. Also, you might want to consider membership, because membership will bring you some benefits, and we can discuss the benefits together, and maybe I can have something to offer in exchange for your membership. Now I need to go home, have some rest, have some food, and come back later after a couple of weeks after some riding sessions.